Hey, how's it going? And today I'm just going to show you how to create something like this. It's really cool of art. I think this is a really cool 2D graphic, and I'm going to play around with it. I think I can even make it look 3D. So I just think it's really cool, something I kind of just stumbled upon. So to do this, you're going to need the DP filter. I don't know if I have a link to it right here. Again, I can't say enough about this. There's just a treasure trove of stuff on here. I mean, it could take years to sift through all this. I'll just go ahead and clear the scene and show you how I did this. And it just takes a minute. You know, I was just thinking about LightWave today and read on the forums and stuff, and the more I hear like someone saying I'm not supposed to be using LightWave, the more the more I want to use it. To do this, we're just going to create a sphere, and I don't think it matters how big it is. And we can just go in the surface editor and smooth it out a little bit. And then I think we're going to zoom out. As I was playing around with this effect, I noticed it's kind of intensive on the computer, so it's obviously doing a lot of calculations on the under the hood. So I think that's a good size for it right there. And then I'll just go ahead and match perspective. We're going to go into VPR. We're going to go into camera. We're going to go to backdrop. This is something that I should do a Python script for, because I do this all the time. So anyway, just to get to this point, like I'm going to do a script for this as a matter of fact. So anywho, one thing I was playing around with was, if you're looking at the light here, and if we're on the light, the directional light, and we go to rotation, see how, you know, we can move this around on the pitch and the heading, and we can actually just get this kind of centered looking, just get it centered for effect. So this is going to be based on a bloom effect, and it's a post-processing effect, so we can't see it until it renders out, which is just, that's the way it goes. There's a lot of post-processing things like that. So in Unreal, they have what's called the PPV, the post-processing volume. So anyway, we'll come into backdrop, and we're going to go to processing, and we're going to go into the node image filter right here. Double click into this, and then we're going to get the render buffer here. And I'm going to be going over some of these. Some of them were kind of intimidating, but as I look at them, you know, if you just do some little bit of reading on them and experiment, you can kind of figure out what they're doing. So that's kind of what I'm doing. But the one I was looking at today was this bloom, and then I realized it almost looks like a specular hit. You know, it looks kind of fake in some cases, but then I noticed, depending on the settings, you can really create something that's pretty unique. So anywho, we just have to grab color and put color into here, or we won't see anything. And we don't really need the alpha channel. And we can put color into color. And if we double click on this, it gives us all our settings. So one of the things, you can experiment with all these on your own, but the one I was looking at was this one, the streaks. And let's just see what it looks like on the default. So like I said, you have to render it out. Let's render a frame of that. See what it looks like. So right there we get this. And then I was thinking, as I was looking at this, you can adjust the number of streaks. So let's just do 12 and see what that looks like. We're gonna just, you have to keep rendering out frames to see everything. So, but I'm going to do one thing here in just a couple of minutes, so this doesn't go on forever. I could do this all day, to be honest with you. So here's what we get now. We get this, and I was thinking, you know, it seems to be playing off of the color of the object itself. So let's go into the surface editor and change this to red and see what happens then. It's got to affect something, right? We'll see. I have no idea. It doesn't seem to really affect very much. So now, one thing I was looking at doing was, if we just click on the effect, and watch what happens when we do that. When we just click on the effect. So let's kill this and render that out. It just takes a minute. Interesting, huh? So it looks like it's I'm sorry, we have our texture blending mode, additive, color modulation. Let's just try one more time. Like I said, I could be here all day. But it's cool because you can just get the effect, right? So I'm just seeing what color modulation does here. And let's just go ahead and see if I can crash my system. Let's go ahead and put the quality on very high. And hit frames and see. Let's see. And this will be it. But it's just awesome, you know, this effect. Like, I can see a lot of application for this. So let's see. No, it didn't crash. Although I did figure out how I could crash it. Oh, okay. So it looks like the color, it did kind of change things a little bit there. So anyway, that's all I had for today. I just wanted to show you this. I think you should get in here and play around with it. It's a really super cool effect. That's all I had for today, so take care, and I'll talk to you next time.